Hola!
Hiya.
Happy New Year.
Wrong holiday.
Alright.
Right.
I get him confused.
That's understandable. I suppose.
Sound off. There we go.
Did you do the bad thing?
I forgot the sound was still on. And I was hearing weird, crashing echoes. I'm like, what the hell? And I realized it was just you.
It was me.
Always you with the crashing echoes.
Yeah.
So how's everybody doing? Digit's fine.
Oh, yeah.
She milked it for some pets and then she bit me on the knee.
Only Dane was really worried about it, I think.
I think that's true.
I think. I don't think even she was that worried about it.
Also, I'm not the one that stepped on her tail. So.
I don't think she even noticed that I stepped on her tail. I noticed because I was like, holy shit, that's a tail.
Holy shit, that's a tail.
Well, you feel bad when you step on them. I don't know, maybe you don't.
I don't step on them very often.
Oh my god.
I don't make it a point.
Holy shit. Obviously, I don't make it a point either, you brave jerk.
Hooch!
What?
Into the hooch. Speaking of the hooch, hang on a second.
No, I don't want to hang on.
Do it.
You hang on.
I'm not hanging on.
Screw you, hippie.
I don't believe in hanging on.
Can't make me hang on.
Speaking of hooch, make the world awesome and wild god art. Thank you.
Who?
They decided to supersede the hooch challenge.
And just drop it off at our house. It's really good.
Yum.
Lambic is great, guys. And we just happen to have some little mini
Cute
wine glass
wine
things
glasses.
from, I don't even remember.
Low Vineyards.
Right.
I don't know where that is, but that's where we got it.
I've paid for very few of our wine glasses over the years.
It's true.
Mostly, some of the places you go, they're like, and you could take the wine glass if you want. And I'm like, all right.
Free wine glass. Sold American.
All my wine glasses are logoed.
Except for the two we got at the Goodwill, the crystal ones that we got for a couple bucks.
Yeah, they were on the tag sale, so they were $1 a piece.
Yeah.
They're huge.
Well, one's huge. That one's not that big.
They're both the same size.
There's one that's like this size.
Yeah, there's two. Then there's three, because there's two that are bigger.
Are there?
Yeah. And they're huge. Oh my god, you can put a good chunk of a bottle of wine in one. Without notice, that's a good way to get drunk really fast. Oh, I'll just have a glass of wine. The thing is like a small bucket. It's not quite giant margarita glass, like Tex-Mex margarita, but it's pretty big.
If it weren't for the fact that I'm pretty sure you have a dachshund, I would have problems with that phrase, Mom.
I wouldn't, because I would just choose not to think about it.
Like you were?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, hooch!
So how's everybody doing tonight? You okay with it?
Stuck.
Yeah.
Also, what am I drawing tonight?
Alright, yeah. Start with what Dane's drawing and then tell me how you're doing. Somebody make Dane draw something. Do it.
Ah.
Damn it, Dane.
Yeah.
What?
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was really great. It was probably the best idea. Had a great idea, but forgot it.
It's too bad. Have we been deserted?
Digits in its chair. I'm not sure where Jack
Oh,
went.
Jack's attacking my arm.
Of course he is.
Jack, stop it. Thank you. He's like, no, I was just backing off to get a better hit. The next time. Stop it.
hanging that in my case until we come up with something better.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sketch.
Do it.
It's cold enough here. The front didn't unfrost today. Last night I barred the chickens in because they're not buddies. I won't cuddle and keep warm. They're not buddies.
You brought the chickens in to, like, the house? Whoa. That's a thing, we can't have chickens.
I mean, I think she probably means to bar the chickens into their house. Their coop. Coop them up, one might say.
Oh. Okay. No. No. Look at me. Not the no. Look at me, not the R. Hey. Hey. No. No.
Ashley's arguing with Jack, in case you're wondering. She's not just talking to her yarn.
When I'm like, look at me, not the yarn, I think that's a pretty good.
Man, I barely know what you're doing, so other people not in the room with you.
Yeah, it's pretty cold here tonight.
Yeah.
Ian went outside.
It's not snowing, but
There's snow on the ground though.
not really.
Oh, I thought there was when I looked out earlier. It looked snowy when I looked out earlier.
Yeah, it's not snowy at all. Oh, I forgot about the dog attack.
I'm being watched with great intensity.
Well, that's good. Oh, music.
Yep, it's very quiet.
Man, it's quiet in here. I'm dumb. Sorry, y'all.
Not dumb, just scatterbrained. Scattered. I'm sure it'll be better with the booze.
It can't be worse.
I mean, it can be, yes.
Darwin the COVID puncher. All right.
The question is, are you going to draw like actual Darwin?
I don't know. Should I? Inspire. Oh, the dudes who tried to break into the courthouse or the state building, Capitol building.
Those dudes. They're all proud of themselves for breaking a bunch of shit like on camera. Like, guys, that's how people get caught.
And they didn't wear masks, which is, great.
Well, like, they were out there literally breaking the glass doors.
Yep.
Into the building on camera without masks, and I'm just like, if you didn't wear a mask, is gonna catch up with you now, buddy. That was probably smart. Whatever happened to the invasion of Wisconsin? Have you heard any more about that? Because I feel like it's been really underreported.
I have not heard anything else about the invasion of Wisconsin, unfortunately. Well, I guess.
Ow, dude! Ow. Just hung from my leg. Like a jerk. Stop it. Just not even once. Just stop.
Not even once. Well, of course they weren't okay. Accountability is for other people. Were you not here for that conversation last time? One of the big, one of the new biggest conspiracy theories in the Q-verse is that China is invading America through Canada.
Canada. Now you're doing it. Come here. Come here, dumbass.
And so, like, yeah, they invaded northwest Wisconsin and Maine and parts of Montana. Cat. Fussy cat.
He's gonna climb me to get to the yarn.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And he's carrying off the yarn he tore up the other night. Question is, if it keeps him happy, should we just let him have it? Why can't you sleep with your sister? No, I can't let you have that. You'll just eat it. He's so happy with his tongue. Look how happy he is.
Hang on. See if I got the camera open here.
Well, now he's doing the sit on it thing. It's like a giant egg. Okay, there we go. He's just so happy. Now he's on the plastic thing, so that's a whole new thing. Alright, buddy. How about you keep that, and I keep this. Oh, yep, I see.
Our new I mean, Red Maple Overlords can't be worse than what we got. So, I'm with you.
I know, it's terrible.
Oh, speaking of Canada, Oscar Wolf sent me a Instagram message saying she'd be along shortly. She forgot the eggnog. So,
Can't forget the eggnog.
in case anybody was wondering where she was, we have good taste in books. Yay!
Which books?
I don't know. Probably the ones that were on the camera. I would guess. I don't know where Ashley went.
You can ask that question.
Ashley wants to know which books, but she left the room, so you can't hear her.
Like literally any toy. No, you're definitely
You would have noticed when no one was being mean to you.
Alright, we pulled out the last sparkle ball.
Gasp.
It's a terrible day.
How?
Sorry. What have I missed?
Don't know.
Okay.
Something about sparkle balls.
How's my headache? I mean, that was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
It's better.
Gee, how's life actually a headache? Are you drinking tonight, Jim?
Mm-hmm.
Are you at work? Are those related?
Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. So, a few people noticed my thing on Facebook and thought I was like, I don't know, sub-posting or whatever. Where'd my phone go?
Subtweeting?
That.
Like a sub-Facebook.
Where did I put my freaking phone?
Where did you put your freaking phone?
Somewhere. Not here.
Excellent.
It's fine.
Do you want me to pull it up on my phone so you can read it?
Yeah. I sent it to you on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. And I wasn't. I had to go back and be like, guys, I wasn't being
Passive aggressive
about anybody that we've had because we've been really, really lucky. But a lot of artists, this is very loud. A lot of artists are getting a lot of bullshit, like especially small businesses and artists are getting a bunch of bullshit from people who apparently have been like asleep this whole last half of the year with the post office sucking and everything. And so they're being really super shitty. And this person who has already had problems with a person giving them like a terrible score on Etsy and all that stuff because Etsy people just suck anyway. She quoted, and it's a little long, but I gotta read this bullshit that this lady left for an artist on Etsy. So, another day has passed. I have checked the tracking number and haven't seen anything change. I waited for the mailman, hopeful to see his jolly face, but sadly, he did not appear. And I haven't heard from you, Erica. What is a person to think about all this? How long is someone supposed to wait for something they bought on November 30th? Well, tomorrow is Christmas Eve. I am still keeping my fingers crossed, forever the optimist. Perhaps your keychain will materialize out of the white, snowy blizzard blowing across the frozen tundra of my front yard. If not, I will pack up my daughter's present, sans your keychain, and drop it off at her house in my reindeer-pulled Honda. She will undoubtedly rip through the things I gave her, happy with everything conure that I was able to find. She will ask me, Mom, why is there a photo of a conure on a keychain in with the rest of my lovely, thanks Mom, presents? I will then patiently explain to her that I am dealing with an Etsy seller who is of the belief that the keychain will come one day. We will giggle, to be sure, and I will sarcastically smirk to my daughter that maybe it will get here for her birthday in May. Merry Christmas, Erica. All that bullshit over the woman absolutely has a lip gloss outside on her wall.
that she bought off Etsy.
Right? And left a 1-star review because it took an extra day. Oh my god. All of that over a keychain. Like, this is the kind of bullshit that people are getting. So, yeah, anyway. No, our Facebook, I was just like literally being thankful because we've had nothing but pleasant conversations with people. Or no conversations because people don't understand that we all have lives and are busy and the post office is what it is.
The post office is literally dealing with, I heard on the news today, like 40% more packages this year than usual.
And less staff.
Which is a lot.
Right.
Yeah, and 25,000 fewer people working because of,
COVID
diseases.
and everything else. Yeah. Oh my god.
Becky.
So anyway, that's the kind of bullshit. I was just like, holy shit, it's perfect. It's in a little wrapped gift of everything reason that we're glad we don't sell on Etsy anymore. Because those people are the worst. If you buy on Etsy now, like, I don't mean you guys, obviously. But, Etsy...
Chances are, if you're here, you're not one of those people.
Mm-hmm. Because you've already been offended and left.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Like, at the beginning of the year... The Republicans are going to try to turn all the anger about late Christmas gifts into a let's privatize the post office. Oh my god, you guys. You're helping me picture her more than I really wanted to. But yes. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm just like, who has the time to be that much of a dickhead about, like I've struck that tone occasionally when, like, I've reviewed a food place or whatever, but they've, like, tried to poison me, right? Like, it's been real bad. Like, real bad. Like, I can't... Who takes the time to, like, write an email, like, of any length right now about where is my package over a keychain. Much less, like, that took time to sit down and type.
Like, I've been pretty floored with some of my reviews. And I've never approached anything like that.
Yeah, so that's getting loud again.
Last night it was decided that like they couldn't hear it if it wasn't louder. Like, they couldn't hear it at all. And I was playing it a little louder than this.
Oh, well, then you can keep it up. I just was worried about that. Because the little thing was going up and down, so I was like, oh, they must be able to, like...
Yeah, that's your mouth.
You're rude.
I'm not being rude. It's our voices picking up.
Yeah, that's why Jack got me. It hurts.
Damn it, Jack.
He's such a jerk.
Such a jerk. So anyway, yeah. That's a person. That person exists.
That's a person.
It makes me so happy that we are not on Etsy.
That's a person that doesn't understand why the neighbor kids always leave bags of dog poop on her doorstep. She thinks that she lives in a terrible neighborhood. She doesn't understand that she's the terrible neighborhood. Like, it's her. It's personal. They've met her. They've dealt with her. That dog poop was for her. They don't even have a dog. They went out and picked it up just for her.
What in the world? There's like a whole thing now. We got some sort of like just fanfic happening up in here about terrible Etsy lady.
They're right, though. Apparently, we've all met this bitch. Oh, my God. Somebody on Annie was like, man, if she put that much energy into doing art, she did bitching at other people about it, she could have drawn her own keychain. I was like...
It's a fair point.
It is hard to argue, yes. Oh no, Jack's back. Jack, I gave you choice of all of the toys left in the drawer.
He's like, yes, but those weren't yarn that you're playing with right now.
He took the sparkle ball. His sister must have taken it away from him.
Probably.
Hit the road, Jack.
He would like to.
With my arm.
He's wanting to get outside.
He really does want to get outside.
And I'm like, no, you can't go outside.
He doesn't understand that outside is not for him. It's been a really hard concept for us. We're working on it, but it's not really doing much for us. Oh my gosh. I guarantee she's got something out in her front yard or on her porch or in the window, depending on what kind of house she, like, domicile that she's got, with the last name of her family, yeah. And it's like really, really poorly done. Like, it's overly florid and impossible to read.
Yes.
Or
and it's painted on a rock.
Or it's in just like bad block lettering in the color of their local football team.
That's tough. I think it depends on where she's at.
It's fair. Is she a Midwest or is she a Coastie?
Yeah. All right, so COVID punch in Darwin. Fake ass rustic. Just painted on barnwood. But not real barnwood. Just like a fucking 2x4 they painted brown.
Or it's really expensive barnwood that she should not fucking touch, much less paint shit on. She paid like $100 for that piece of barnwood on Etsy.
Turns out it's just a 2x4 that they painted brown.
They aged it themselves in their bathtub in Queens with tea and coffee. She doesn't know the difference.
She made it at sip and paint.
Oh no. Guys, I feel like we all know her, and none of us like her. To know her is to hate her. Isn't there a song like that? I'm pretty sure it's the opposite. To know her is to love her.
To know him is to love him.
That sounds annoying.
We should ask her mailman. Well, apparently her mailman is being, stalked and murdered by Erica. And so we'll never see him again.
He's been kidnapped by Erica and she's not allowing him to do his job. I just love that this lady somehow thinks Erica can do something about the mailman and her packages.
It didn't say if the Honda was a sedan or minivan, just that it was pulled by reindeer. A reindeer drawn? Is that the phrase?
I don't know. I wasn't paying that much attention. I was caught with the she thinks she's being festive now. She's adding horrible festivity to it all.
I don't know. I noted in the story that she doesn't live with her daughter.
No, her daughter's old enough that this is not gonna break her daughter's heart. This is not the worst thing that's ever happened to her daughter. Is to get a picture of a Conure keychain.
Well, that's my question. Is it that the daughter has moved out and is old enough to not live there, or is it that her daughter lives with her father because her mom's a monster?
I mean. Yes. I don't know that we were given that much information, but...
Pulled by reindeer, she a broke Swede.
Oh, Lord. Don't know.
She is now.
Just what the hell? Imagine, this lady was sipping her wine, feeling like she was getting some good hits in, and I'm just you bought a keychain from some chick who's barely surviving on Etsy. You're such a fucking bully. She's all ha ha, pulled by fucking reindeer. Merry Christmas, bitch, I want my keychain.
Give my cheese. God damn it, Erica, give me my cheese. My keychain.
Right. Oh, she'll be like, that's awesome, I'm glad you took a picture. Didn't harass the artist. Mom.
I'm really loving the whole fanfic thing that we got, the whole headcanon we have going about this crazy lady.
Etsy Karen.
Etsy Karen.
I'm telling you, Etsy Karens are the worst Karens. They're so bad. They are the reason that Dane and I we're happy to let Etsy go.
Yeah. I didn't cry very hard when they were like, "Oh yeah, you can't have an Etsy anymore." I'm like, huh, too bad. Just like, the week before that, I had somebody complain that our fucking blank Christmas cards were too blank inside.
Oh my god, we got a 1-star review, and Dane wouldn't let me quote it and put it on our front page, and I was sad. We got a 1-star review for a card that at the time we were selling for $3 and $1 shipping. So they paid $4 for this greeting card total, and they were like, I am so disappointed by this card I bought. I spent $4 whole, and all I got was a piece of cardstock with some printing on it, folded, and a card and an envelope.
Yeah.
And I was like,
my force when it garages out of it.
she was like, and it took 4 days to get here.
Yeah.
So you got a greeting card that was a greeting card and serviceable as a greeting card with an envelope in the mail in fewer days than what we were claiming, because at that time we were like, oh, it could take a week for us to mail it. Yeah, but I guess she expected that she would buy a card and we would put in like a free car or something.
I mean, that is common.
I don't know.
A free barnwood.
Yeah, like her whole all I got was the perfect description. Like if somebody was like, describe a greeting card to someone that's never seen a greeting card before. Yeah. I was just like, all right, I hate all of these people. Like we got and it would be like the people on Etsy that spend decent cash. Like that's why I was laughing so much. Dana and I just both started like dying of laughter when we were reading this thing earlier, and we got to the keychain part, because of course it was for a fucking keychain. Of course it was for like the smallest thing possible, right? Like I guarantee she didn't spend $10. Like Dean would get like multiple emails and go rounds from people that bought like a single card and spent $4, including shipping. But like there was a guy, we literally just forgot to put his package in the mail. Like we printed the thing and we just fucking forgot to put it in the mail, and then we went to a show, and then we came back and we eventually noticed, and we'd been a little late sending it out. So it was like a month before we even sent it out. And Dana sent an apology, and the guy was like, oh, I hadn't noticed, it's cool. Like, and it was like 3 posters or something, right? Like, there was another guy that bought one of our very first, like, large, limited edition posters, and the post office trashed it. And so, we sent him another one, and the post office trashed it. And then he was like, hey, how about I just pay for, like, UPS or something? And we're like, cool. And so he paid us more for UPS, and then they trashed it. And so then we sent it again, regular post office, and it finally got there. It took us 6 months to get him a poster that was in even, like, you could see what the fuck it was condition. And he was chill the whole time.
I also at one point had a woman go goddamn ballistic because I wouldn't change the art for her on one of the cards.
She wanted it to have her person's name on it.
Yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, I can do that. It's going to be an extra like $10 or something. So I was like, that's time, and I've got to get new ones printed. I've got a batch of these already printed, so I got to get a new one printed. $10. And she flipped out. She's like, it doesn't take that long to change the art, blah, blah, blah. You're just putting a name in. I'm like, I'm a professional graphic designer. This is what I charge per hour.
Yeah.
I do this on the side. You want me to do some work for you, you have to pay for it. And she flipped out and gave me a bad review on Etsy.
Like, we didn't promise personalization. That
No.
wasn't a thing we offered anywhere. What is the new thing in front of Make the World Awesome's username?
VIP.
You're special. Also, hopefully that means that if you randomly say something that our silly mod is like, oh no, pornographic, then you won't get caught up with it.
Which reminds me, see if I can figure out how to do this. There we go. I was messing around with settings the other night, and I was like, "Ooh, who can I add? What can I do to them?" Basically.
Thanks, Jim.
Yay, Jim! He's so pretty.
So yeah, I can't even imagine. Like, and Etsy is basically just going through and giving a bunch of people their money back.
Yeah.
Just ripping it out of like small business owners' hands. Like, yep, I hate you, Etsy.
Yeah, another person I know on Twitter also has an Etsy, and Etsy refunded her sale after the person had gotten it. It just took a couple days extra,
They went ahead and gave her
but they
money
gave
back
her
anyway.
the money back anyway. Uh-oh. Here's a story for you, Ashley. Clicking the link.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was pretty good. Clicking off.
Yep. AKA, people are the worst.
Yeah, packages up to the ceiling. Yeah, they're fully backed up. I think if anybody is getting any packages this year, like this week, just give your posters person like, you know, a shot of whiskey or something before they have to head back out.
Somebody was saying that like they're also working like ridiculously long hours.
Yeah. According to the news article I listened to on NPR today, they're working around the clock.
Alright. The girl just kind of full body into my box. She is just like planted herself in the midst of the yarn.
My girl, by the way, is Digit. In case anybody knew.
Oh, now she's gone over there though, because
Yeah, apparently UPS got so backed up, they were just like, fuck it.
We're
No,
not-
we're not doing it anymore.
they won't take any more packages.
They're not taking any more packages.
Hey, Glazian.
Hey, Lasdian.
Like they and was it DHL or FedEx?
FedEx.
Like there was, yeah.
Yeah, they were both like, no. And so another part of the problem is that, you know, all those packages are going to the post office, and post office legally can't say no.
Although I bet a lot of their people are like finding interesting ways to be like, this isn't, no. I don't know. Like, it's like a friend of ours, on another private chat, they just got a sale.
Private.
Last night, today, and the person was like, hey, I don't have a lot of extra money, but is there any way you can get this to me before Christmas? And they're like,
yeah,
it's 2 days before Christmas. Like, no, there's no way. Like, even in a normal year, there's no way you're going to get this gift before Christmas. Like, what?
Are you high again, sir?
Like, people have just been, like, it's like they've all been asleep and they haven't been paying attention to the mail. Or any of the stories. Like, there's another one that's like, ma'am, you're in New Zealand. You're going to be lucky to get this by February. Like,
Yeah.
like, there's... Jim, maybe if you live across town and you pay the artist an extra $20 to deliver it, like, you told your sister to put a sign up that says this is not Ray's house? What? I'm so confused.
The
How do we get to stop swapping deliveries with the neighbor like every single time? Oh. Yeah, there's been a lot of that this year. Our neighborhood Facebook page is full of people going, hey, does anybody know so-and-so? Because I just got a stack of stuff for them. Someone else is like, hey, that's my brother. We're getting his mail this year. And they're like, well, I'm getting your brother's mail, but you can come over and get it. Like, yeah, there's been a lot of... But if they get it to the same neighborhood and they're on the neighborhood Facebook page, like, we get it figured out. I don't know. Dane usually just goes and delivers it.
if I knew who they are.
Yeah, like, well, if they've got an address, like, a lot of these people are like, they say they're on such and such, like, it got slipped in with theirs, and I'm like, you have an address. Just go drop it into
Just
the
put it in the
mailbox.
mailbox. It's not that
Like,
hard. Unless you're
Except
like,
there's
yeah.
one of the people that's handicapped, so like,
Right.
yeah, come get your mail. But normal people, like, you know, like, you've got a name and an address, go put it in the mailbox.
My thing is we keep getting mail for people who I don't know if they just used to live here.
Yeah, when it's got your address and somebody else's name, like, there's limits to what you can do. But a lot of this is just, like, things are getting confused and people are getting someone else's mail. Like, and they'll even tell you, like, what street they live on, and you're like, then you have an address, just go.
Just drive it over. Walk over.
Take it.
Take a
go
bike.
over.
Take a bus. Take a dog. I don't care.
Like, one of them, they weren't going to do that because they'd accidentally opened the package because they were expecting an Amazon package too. It's like, I thought the box was a little big, but you know how Amazon is. And then I opened it and that's not my package. I was like, that's
Whoops.
fair. Yeah, that's a problem with the cat food getting soaked.
I would imagine the cats prefer not to have soaked cat
Oh
food.
no, Glasdian. The mall's a madhouse. Also, they had a COVID case, so half of our staff is out until they get a clean test.
Oh my god.
No. I mean, I feel like at this point you just assume that everybody has it. Mask up good and just...
Close.
I mean that too, but I was
Just
thinking...
don't be open.
I was thinking a way to get everybody paid.
I was too. Close, but then they pay you anyway. Because, you know, it's not your fault. I'm one of those dirty hippies that thinks we should have been paying people to stay closed and stay home all the time. So,
Well, same.
as we know, there's something wrong with me.
like, we get most of our stuff, but we do get mail for other people. Some of whom, like, are the old owners of the house, but some of whom I don't know who the hell they are.
Yeah. I got a lot of insurance for Mr. Adam. And yeah.
Well, let's hope he doesn't need it.
Yup.
Apartments can be super confusing, especially, like, in Portland, if you've got, like, a weird apartment like building. Like, people used to get confused all the time in ours because they didn't realize that our condo complex had, like, each unit had its own address, and so they wouldn't pay attention to that. They would just toss it in sometimes, or in front of the wrong door or whatever. Because they just assumed if there was no unit number that, you know, just toss it in and somebody else will figure it out, I guess. I was like, well, we don't need a unit number. But then there was our neighbor that just wouldn't change the address. She'd put in our address on some stuff for mail order.
Because we made the mistake of telling people we were home.
No, she started doing that before, and I think it was because she figured that out. But also then you would, like, take it over to her, and you'd be like, hey, can you change the address? Because we're not always home, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, yeah, but then she wouldn't, and then Dane would deliver the package to her at night when she was at home, and we kept asking her not to do that and to get it changed. And she was like, oh, yeah, I don't know, I thought I changed it. But she wouldn't change it. So then we had somebody picking up our mail. Like, we had the neighbors upstairs picking up our mail and putting our packages in while we were at a show for 2 weeks. And they weren't looking at the names. So her package got locked in our house for 2 weeks. And then when we got home, like, she had to come over and get it because Dane was, like, tired. And he's like, I'm not dragging it over there to her. And after that, she changed her address. And she was, like, bitchy about it. She's like, I couldn't get to my package. Well, why were you having it sent to our house? It's literally no one's job to check for your mail and our stuff. He's probably a number neighbor, Galazdian. But it could also be, like, that he's not wanted to give his number to somebody, and so he's got that number as one that he gives out. My sister gets texts from someone in our old hometown. And some of them will be, like, sometimes she gets texts that are obviously involved in some kind of redneck drama that she has no idea what's happening. And she tried telling them repeatedly over and over that it was the wrong number, like, early on. And they were like, oh, ha ha, Mary or whatever. Like, you don't fool us. And she was like, no, seriously, I don't know who any of you are. Please stop. And they didn't stop. And so now she just eggs them on. Like, they'll be like, are you going to so-and-so's wedding? And she'll be like, no.
Not after the last time.
She'll just be like, no. She doesn't lie to them. But she doesn't ever bother to remind them that it's not her. Yeah, so. They're like, don't you think blah, blah, blah. Well, I didn't pay any attention. over here. I thought you were coming. No, I'm not coming.
She could block their number, but I think she just enjoys keeping tabs on these random people.
She likes to cause trouble. This is why I think that my sister and Make the World Awesome would get along. My sister loves that low level, like, just throwing a little bit of chaos into the mix. Like, from afar. Like, she's not really hurting anything, but yeah, she did honestly try to make the world like, she just thinks it's funny that they won't listen to her and change the things, so now she just answers them. I've seen that, okay.
100%. If I have anybody who's single and wants to go to the bar after COVID, if you do it while COVID, I'm going to deny I know you. But you want my phone number to give out to people for that exact reason, let me know.
He won't answer.
I might. For that. If I know that somebody might call.
Problem with this music is it's very sleepy.
It was very sleepy, this one especially.
Like, I can see where people be like, oh, it's like a get work done kind of focus thing. It makes me sleepy. I'm just going to toss that at you. Sorry about that.
Ashley's trying to kill me.
Nah.
Just toss scissors at my crotch.
Do that, yes.
Oh, yeah? That's a fair point, Eddie.
It's fair.
Although I am remarkably resilient.
Yeah, but I've never tried to kill you before.
That you'll admit to.
Hello, Jurassic Park.
You thought the other was too sleepy, so. It's the Jurassic Park time of the year.
She would only do it if he had life insurance? Nah.
No.
Life insurance wouldn't even, like, necessarily go into it. Plus, like, I've got a closet full of stuff already made. So the act of being dead sort of makes this shit worth more.
She's had a lot of time to think about this.
Artists gotta get by how we can.
You thought that was the shrimp?
Hydrate!
Hydrate. Tink. Wait, an employee at the store you were at?
Yep. Happens all the time.
Seems like somebody looking to get fired.
Dude, if I complained, like, I'm not even close to cute or little, but if I complained every time some dude at a store called me darling or hun or told me to smile, I'd still be complaining.
Gross.
It has helped to get older, Etika. I haven't had that problem, like, nearly as much recently, but I thought I was a pretty don't fuck with me kind of person, but I also have had the, like, why the fuck is that dude talking to me this way?
I want that. Oh, that's too bad. Sorry, Coda.
Yeah, we just got a little bit of a dusting or whatever, but
Yeah. There we go. Kobe punching Darwin.
that's very cartoony. I'm enjoying it. Just blame the USPS
Because of the ice. No, you gotta blame Erica.
for not having. Yeah, it's Erica's fault. A shitty Erica is in league with the mailman, who should be jolly, but now he's dancing to Erica's tune.
That got weird.
She called him jolly. Looking for the jolly face of her mailman. I'm like, I guarantee he's not jolly because he knows who you are. You're the one all the other people talk about. Like, he on purpose doesn't warn people about you when somebody goes to cover his shift. And then laughs when they're like, so I was...
I was going for a Popeye-ish vibe, so I'm glad that came through.
Woohoo! What's next?
I don't know.
I feel like we said something earlier and I don't remember what it was.
Who can remember?
Not me.
While we're thinking about that, I will label these.
You should, because Oscar Wolf's not here to remind you.
I know. Also, how long does it take to get eggnog in Canada?
Maybe a long time.
Just to go, like,
Maybe we should have to go milk an egg.
milk an egg of their nog. That's how you get eggnog, right? You just squeeze it, have an egg, freshly squeeze a nog. You heard what happened to the previous mailman? Maybe she's making it. Maybe. Yeah, that's what's taking so long, because it takes like a month to make eggnog.
We never have gotten that made.
No, we haven't
Since
never
then.
had enough booze on hand all at one time.
It was delicious, guys.
Our neighbors above us made eggnog one year and gave us some.
Like real traditional eggnog, and invite us up. That was a great evening.
It was a great evening.
Like, they were great anyway, but it had that weird, like, surprise too much alcohol glow to
It
it.
did.
Carrageenan? What?
Carrageenan?
I'm very confused. I don't know what's happening.
Are you making up words? Oh, it's a thickener. Yeah, I think theirs was... I don't think it had any of that in it. I think it was mostly just booze and
Some
eggs
nutmeg.
and nutmeg.
Some milk, I think. I'm not sure.
Probably had cream, I think, or half and half.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I'd have to look up the recipe. He sent it to me a long time ago. It calls for like 4 or 5 different types of booze. And we tend not to have 4 or 5 different types of hard alcohol on us at any point.
Especially not that much. Like this thing, he's like, yeah, I just keep it in like milk jugs or something. I don't remember.
Like it was rum, there was bourbon. I don't think there was gin, but there's a couple other dark alcohols.
Let me tell you though, when you were just like,
Actually.
it tasted better than like the not alcoholic eggnog from the store. It had a similar flavor, but it tasted better than that. And so, like, they said it was alcoholic, and I believed them, but I didn't understand the extent to which it was alcoholic. So when he refilled my glass, and then I got up, I was like, whoa. Like, that stuff snuck up on me faster than I've had stuff sneak up on me in a long time.
I can't find the recipe. I did find Alan Brown's recipe, which only calls for bourbon and dark rum, both of which we have.
Yeah, but then you're supposed to, like, let it sit for a while, right?
Right, so you just have it, in the middle of February, for your birthday.
That seems
Birthday nog.
Great.
You blurred cream. Oh wow. Also, it auto modded you for those words too, Galazdian, which is funny.
I think the auto mod has a dirtier mind than we do.
I think so too.
Like,
For lack of a better idea, I'm going to draw some eggnog. And how you get it.
I don't know. I apologize in advance, guys. So anybody have anything cool set up for Christmas? Like plans? Please don't tell me that you're traveling very far. Or foods or what have you.
What the hell's wrong with people? There you go.
I'm gonna be playing my new game.
What new game?
The one I don't know that I'm getting.
I don't know about any new games.
Mm-hmm.
You're making duck? Are you making the duck? Yay! Duck, duck, duck. Don't forget to prick the skin. It's important.
Because I'm 12.
Hey, Oscarol's back.
Woohoo!
Have you nogged? Are you in possession of the nog?
We're just talking about you.
Poke the skin, specifically on the breast, but all over, with a fork or a sharp knife a few times, so the fat leaks out, because you don't want it all staying under the skin because it'll make your meat greasy.
It took 6 different places. Wow, we wondered. We were like, how long does it take? Do you have to go through like an epic journey in Canada? And it sounds like you do.
You had to milk the dog. Woof. That's a lot of snow.
That is officially too much snow.
Oh, you're on foot. No wonder. I reindeer to the Honda.
Call back.
Well done, Etiquette. You played the theme to The Godfather at your wedding?
Who did?
Jim did.
What did? We were reading, I did a live
Actually did a live dramatic reading.
of A Terrible Karen. An Etsy Karen's note to an artist all about how she ruined Christmas because the USPS hasn't delivered her keychain that she bought for her daughter.
Excuse me. It was pretty great.
It was quite the thing.
You saw that one? Did you repost it?
No. You saw that one? The Conure keychain? Some other people have shared it.
Yeah.
So probably other people are like, don't be this bitch. But like anyone that's friends with anyone that's gonna repost that and say don't be this bitch isn't gonna be that. Like we're a self-selected group of people. Oh my goodness.
There are a lot of Craig Karens in this world right now.
I don't know. This one was for a keychain, and this lady had a whole crazy thing. And like, I can't imagine spending that much time harassing somebody at this point in the season over anything, but specifically not like a keychain.
That's because you're not a sadistic monster.
I mean, we can all start to feel our, I don't know. We can all get up in ourselves occasionally, but like at no point am I gonna.
Not specifically, but kinda.
But like at no point am I gonna sit there and decide to be like an asshole over a freaking keychain.
Although I do feel like Weird Al would approve of this way to get eggnog.
Surprised he hasn't written a song about it already.
Did you guys see eggs? Did you see Weird Al's like wholesome 2020 story?
Oh no.
He posted on his Facebook thing, I think. So the story basically goes, when he was younger, he had a crush on the girl who sat in front of him, so he drew a picture of her. But then to hide his crush, he decided to draw a picture of everybody in the class and gave everybody a picture of themselves. Fast forward 50 years later, he finds this girl on Facebook, and she was talking about sitting in front of him in math class or whatever, and him giving her a picture, and he was like, so he put contact her, like, do you still have the picture? Because he's much less shy now.
Right, he's Weird Al now.
He's Weird Al now. And she did, and so she posted the picture. He was like, 2020 sucked a lot, but this made me laugh. This egg is being nogged. Also, why was nog with 2 G's blocked?
That's probably a Google search you don't want to make.
Zesty.
There are just some things we're better off not knowing.
That's fair. I'm pretty sure this is how Oscar Wolf had to get eggnog tonight.
You getting a cold?
No, I sneezed. So now I'm all drippy.
You're sniffy. Sniffy.
Can I get it in a sentence?
Etsy Karen likes to nog unsuspecting people in line in front of her at the Walmart.
The noggin you got was thick and gravy.
Oscar Wolf got stuck in a snowbank leaving her this morning, and that's why I wanted to find it.
Nope. Oscar Wolf just sent me a thing. Is that the picture of the bus getting stuck? Yeah. But hey, they're right outside the Opa of Greece, so you know, Greek food. That's good. Bonus.
Was it the ice? Because there didn't seem to be, like, that much snow. It's hard to tell from photos.
It's true.
Oscar Wolf, I feel like you and Barb are both undergoing a lot worse weather than we are. Our weather's fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's cold as shit outside, but...
And windy.
You need to blow your nose.
Possibly. Be right back.
Do you want to... I don't know how your drink is doing. May I have some more coffee?
My drink is fine. Except for my boozaholic coffee.
Well, you could open a new one, or you could wait.
I'll wait.
Okay,
I don't want to drink it all night.
that's fair. Yikes! That's a lot of snow. I'm super grateful that we don't have anywhere near that much snow here. We had flurries. And that was more than enough. I feel like you could just name the snowplow and give it a cute name. And then it just has one.
What do?
We're trying to make cute names for snowplows.
Oh yeah, like Scotland has.
Yes.
They're pretty great. Not only are they named, there's like a interactive map thing where you can track them all.
So you can follow your favorite ones.
Yeah. It's pretty
They
great.
should put cameras on the front of them. So you can ride along with your favorite ones. I would ride it, like, there have been a lot of mornings I would happily just sit there with coffee and ride along with a snowplow, enjoying the snowy sights of Scotland.
I mean,
See?
they're
It's
worse.
even alliterative. It's perfect.
It's true. There you go.
Yep. That sounds like perfect coffee drinking entertainment. We've had a lot of wind. Like, the wind was bad enough that Dane had to go out and put our trash can and our recycle bin up against the house because they kept blowing into the driveway and into the street. And we had some stuff in the back that blew into our neighbor's yard. And I'm a dork because I was like, well, we've got some recycling. Just put it in there and maybe it'll weight it down. It's all empty. It's like empty plastic, like 2 liters and a couple of cat food cans that have been cleaned out. Like, it's not going to weigh anything down.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, we could do that, and then we'll be picking that up throughout the rest of the year.
We use the least amount of trash. Like, we don't make any trash. Like, occasionally, because we forget, because the recycling only comes every other week, we'll get, like, we've actually filled it up because we forgot for, like, 2 months with shows and everything, and then we come back and have a bunch of shit from shows that we weren't willing to tear down. The conditions were bad enough that your boss told you to stay home yesterday?
Yeah.
Yikes.
That's right, you weren't here last night. No.
Etiquette, the first winter we lived in Portland, where we were in Hillsdale, in the Hillsdale neighborhood, which a lot of people don't know, but it's near the Multnomah neighborhood. We got a foot of snow, or nearly a foot, and then we got like a little. There was a break for a day or so, and then some ice, and then we got like another 8 inches. And we're just like, everybody said it doesn't snow here. Everyone's like, oh, it never snows this much. This is so much snow. We've never seen so much snow in our lives. We're like, I mean, it's not, it's a lot, but it's not, yeah. But then I watched how people drive in it, and I agreed that it was horrifying.
You lied so people won't move here. Didn't work, did it?
It totally didn't work. Too many people moved there. There were people from California that were like, I could use some rain.
Yeah.
I haven't seen rain in 3 years.
And now we can't live there anymore.
Right. Thanks, people.
So what you making?
I'm making another rug. But a bigger one
What's this one going to be for?
in front of the sink. I just wanted a bigger one.
Oh.
I made a rug from a pattern I found. This basically just put a whole bunch of things together.
Great success. Yarn.
Well, I had all that red heart, and she gave me a bunch. Like, I only used like half the bag, and like I got a huge nether bag that's all just like balls of red heart, and a few other things that aren't red heart. Some of which that are older, worse versions. And the older, worse versions, I would never make anyone for a hat because it would just scour their face off. Like old versions of Red Heart, like from the 70s, that are basically just like colored plastic bags that will cut you. There's razor blades in there, I think. I don't know. This one isn't coming out with the same color things that the other one was. But I still like it. This one's quite a bit longer. Possibly too long. Oh well.
Oscar loves that stitch. And Eddie thinks that's funky.
It's very funky. But, like, I made a smaller one to put in front of the sink in the kitchen, and it's so soft on your feet when you're standing there rinsing things off.
It's very nice to stand on.
Yeah, so I'm actually really happy.
It's almost too nice to stand on, if you get my meaning.
And it gets, like, it uses up the yarn. Like, you wouldn't know. I got a lot of yarn from that lady. That lady had so much yarn. And she did craft things with it, so it was a bunch of little balls, but it's getting used up. NAK. Oh my god, I love that. Like, what's fun is when you're like, are those both from this year? Did you make a mistake? Like, she'll be bitchy about it to you, which is fun. Or she'll be like, can't you tell? Like, now his teeth came in or something. And you're like,
We're talking about, like, back teeth?
Can't tell.
That's how I love to hate California dance spotted owls.
I mean, okay, the other one with that is the people that'll be like, they'll post up a picture and be like, oh my god, I just found this picture of me when I was 12 and I look exactly the same. And I'm like, oh no. No, you don't. Not even a little bit. Mm-mm. Oh, Lord. Exactly, Oscar. You're just like, Although, what's funny, like, my stepsister, she and her daughter, her eldest daughter is basically just a mini me. Like, Of her, yeah. Like, to this day, like, the way you can tell in pictures, if she puts up a picture of my stepsister, like, 20 years ago, and her now, like, is the difference in, like, clothing style or photo quality. Like, and that's kind of fun. And even now, like, if she, depending on the Instagram filter or whatever they're using, when they take a selfie together, like, it's freaky how much alike they look. And then I've had to be careful because, like, she posted up a picture with her dad at one point. And somebody, I think it was actually her grandma on her dad's side, was like father, like daughter, you could tell that she, you could tell whose daughter she is. And I'm like, how? Because, there's a thing that came up. Sorry. Like, I don't think that she actually shared any genetics. I think her mom just made a clone.
Just potted.
Right, like, it's nothing, like, I'm not trying to be rude, I'm just like, how do you, they're all like, look, you can tell, and I'm like, how can you tell? But, like, a couple, actually, that I went to high school with, that I'm friends with on Facebook, they just put up their Christmas photo, their family Christmas photo, and it's super cute. They're all posing because they're like, it's 2020, whatever, and they've all, like, she's posed with a beer bottle, and the kids are just doing, but then, like, right in the middle, the cat has come around and is, like, posing with its ass, like, right up into the... And they're like, what's great is we didn't even try to get the cat involved. The cat came and just added that bit. Thank you, Oscar Wolf. Hooch.
Hooch!
You missed it. We had some lambic earlier.
Yeah.
It was dropped off at our house, so it was quite delicious.
Yeah, Make the World Awesome and Wild God Art have superseded, circumvented the Hooch Challenge.
I'm not even sure where. I'm just...
By just delivering it to our house. Click. Nope. Okay.
So it's nice when the cat gets in on the fun, I think.
You say that, but you were yelling at Jack for trying to get it on your phone earlier. With the yarn.
You're the one that said you didn't want the cats to eat any more yarn. If you're cool with them eating yarn, I can let them eat the yarn. I was trying to help you out, buddy.
This is the Magnificent Seven theme. From the new movie. It does sound a lot like the Bonanza theme, though.
Especially the beginning.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I'm very excited to try that Wild God art.
We were looking at video games, and,
As we are wont to do.
right, I'm trying to remember the one you've been playing recently. Far Cry 2 came up, and it was like,
Oh, yeah.
and all these people were like, it's like the old video games, like, it's like Far Cry was meant to be, you know, it shouldn't be easy, you should, you know, this happens, and then you just get malaria and die.
Far Cry shouldn't make you cry.
And Dane was like, that sounds fun and not cheap enough.
Like, if a game makes you cry, is it really a game? Or is it just real life?
Is this real life? Is this fantasy?
Right, exactly. Probably caught in a landslide.
Like, we're just like, I don't think you guys play games for the same reasons we do.
Like, I play games to get away from malaria, thanks.
Yeah, at the point where they're like, if you haven't wept with frustration, then you haven't played a true Far Cry game. And I'm like,
So maybe try that one when it's free.
maybe never try that one. Like, there's a lot of games out there that I haven't tried where their selling point, quote unquote, isn't, I'll make you cry. Or it is, and it's because you love the character so much.
Right.
And you're sad it's over.
I mean, I got a little teary-eyed when I was playing Spider-Man.
I cried my ass off Mass Effect 3 multiple times. It took like a week to play that, and like 3 days I just played like solid. It was like right after we'd stopped doing shows that year, so I was just like, screw it, I'm taking like 3 days and just playing video games. And I hit like a bunch of serious stuff with a bunch of the characters you love, like all at once. Just like bam, bam, bam. No, Morden.
No, Morden.
Your seashells. Oh God.
The Stan Lee cameo in Spider-Man got me.
I could see that.
It was right after Stan Lee died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dave was like, all right, game.
Screw you, game.
Got me. Yeah, we've been really looking forward to the one that's put out by the Witcher team.
Oh yeah, Cyberpunk.
And we talked about buying it new, like, you know, before 2020 and COVID and no shows and all that. And then we were just like, well, COVID happened, so I guess we're not buying this one new. And it turns out it's a good thing. Thanks, Spider-Man. Just cut my heart right out. Posture check.
He was very much that Oscar Wolf.
Dean was too teary to be belligerent about it.
Don't make fun of me.
Make fun of you because I love you.
Not true.
Okay. Oscar Wolf redeemed. Make me dab. Sadness dab.
Fucking glasses.
Spidey sadness.
You don't know me.
I was waiting for it. I was like, oh, I'm going to get punched in the face.
I've been better about dabbing the right way so they don't smack you in the face.
I'm like, well, at least my headache's gone. It's fine.
It's perfect timing. For dab slap.
Jim just picked up some games from when he was a kid.
Oh, yeah? What games? Tell me. What the fuck is happening?
Drama.
Very drama.
Much drama. The Shivers in Siberia series. I have never heard of that.
Me neither.
Hi, Beauty and the Beast.
Nope.
What is it?
Flying theme from E.T. the Extraterrestrial. About 10 years off. And a different composer.
Yeah, no, I hear it now. They've got some similarities, but
I should probably see this movie one of these days. I have not played a lot of point-and-click adventure games. Like, I tried Myst once upon a time because it was on the school computer. But that's probably as much as I ever got. Williams. What in the world is happening over there?
I'm wrangling multiple balls and skeins of different sizes.
Oh. So
For
they're all bouncing off.
11 skeins of yarn.
Gotcha. Just hear periodically there's a thump, 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 thump. What the fuck?
So tomorrow is actually Christmas Eve.
Tomorrow is actually Christmas Eve.
Let's see. Oh yeah, like locally, we've got Reverie has a coupon for $5 off.
Hey, Mom.
Night Barb. Reverie has a coupon if you buy their half gallon of lattes. You can get $5 off.
Recommended.
Yeah. Yep.
This girl needs is a drum solo.
Cue the drummer looking very intense.
I mean, that does sound like a drummer. What this girl needs is a drum solo. Yep.
Says the bass player. We've been watching a series called Song Exploder.
Yeah.
On Netflix. That's been fun.
That's a latte.
It is a latte.
See what you did there.
I like it because it comes in the milk jug, so you can just have a little bit of latte as often as you want.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. They've been pretty good. And it's been nice to like try to. I'd like them to be here when we can go outside again.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I haven't worked that hard for anything, any kind of food related anything, since we stopped getting stuff out of the garden. So next year we've got to have like a real garden. That's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
I always want coffee.
I mean, it's only 8 o'clock where you're at.
Yeah, it's not too late. It's
You can
fine.
have coffee.
I mean, we're not the boss of you or your mom. You can have coffee whenever you want, really, but
Alrighty. I think on that note,
it's only 10:03 day.
yeah, finished on time. It's crazy.
So, are you thinking about doing any more work days?
I might. Fun thing about those is that they're spontaneous.
What? I'm excited for Persona 5.
Is that the game you're not supposed to know you have?
Yes. I don't remember what I got you, but I remember what you got me.
I don't remember what you got me either. I think it was God of War. So
Anyway.
have a good night, everybody. I might do a work day sometime later this week where I just kind of hang out and draw. So if you want and you're around, feel free to join in. Otherwise, have a good holiday.
We will see you Sunday.
We'll see you Sunday.
We can all share stories about all the terrible people.
Yay.
Yeah.
Night.
Night.